What if the stories were true? What if the beasts of legend weren't just figments of imagination, but echoes of real creatures that once walked our earth? Welcome to part 5 of our series, 7. Mythical creatures that really existed. Brace yourself because reality, it's wilder than myth. One creature turned the skies into a battlefield. Another roamed deserts with a face so bizarre it spawned demon legends. And one, its skull alone caused medieval priests to declare war on dragons. Stay till the end. You won't believe what's still lurking in our rivers today. Basilisk, inspired by the king cobra. The basilisk, known as the king of serpents. According to medieval texts, it could kill with a glance or a breath. Sounds like a fairy tale. Until you meet the king cobra. Native to South and Southeast Asia, this snake doesn't just look regal, it rises like a crowned demon, spreads its hood and stares you down. But that's not all. The king cobra can inject a cocktail of neurotoxins that paralyze its prey almost instantly. And it doesn't strike once. It can track, lift its body over a meter off the ground, and face its threat like a myth come alive. Coincidence? Or legend with fangs? Griffin, sparked by Protoceratops fossils. In tales from the Middle East and Mediterranean, griffins were majestic beasts, half eagle, half lion, said to guard treasure in the east. But in the Gobi Desert, ancient nomads discovered something extraordinary. Fossils of Protoceratops, a lion-sized dinosaur with a beak and bony frill, began to surface in the same regions where griffin myths originated. To those early travelers, these beaked skeletons were evidence of fierce, feathered guardians. They weren't imagining fantasy. They were misreading the bones of a long-extinct creature and building a legend around it. Caledonian boar, real giant pigs of prehistoric Europe. The Caledonian boar was so ferocious, Greek gods themselves were said to fear it. But it may not have been fiction. In Ice Age Europe, massive boars roamed the forests. Some grew as large as today's cattle, with armor-like hides and tusks sharp enough to disembowel wolves. Ancient humans hunted these beasts in groups and often failed. This wasn't just a wild pig, it was a prehistoric juggernaut, the kind of creature that carves its name into myth, one shattered spear at a time. Roc, echo of the Hast's eagle. In Arabic legends, the roc was a bird so immense it could lift elephants into the sky. Absurd? Maybe not. Thousands of miles away in New Zealand lived the Hast's eagle, a bird with a 3-meter wingspan and talons the size of tiger claws. Its favorite prey? The moa, a giant flightless bird weighing over 200 kilos. To the Maori, it wasn't a bird. It was the puakai, a sky demon, feared and respected. What sailors mistook for myth was just evolution on an island, left alone to grow monsters in the trees Amphiptera, linked to the Draco lizard. Europe's bestiaries describe the Amphiptera, a winged serpent with no legs, said to fly silently through the sky. While no snake has wings, something else does, and it glides. Meet the Draco lizard, a real-life mini-dragon found in the forests of Southeast Asia. With rib-supported wings, it leaps between trees and flares its skin in bright colors, just like the medieval descriptions. To early explorers unfamiliar with gliding reptiles, the Amphiptera wasn't fantasy, it was misunderstood biology. Makara, hybrid of crocodile and elephant seal? In Hindu mythology, the Makara guards sacred waters, a surreal mix of crocodile, fish and elephant. But look closer at South Asia's waterways. You'll find gharials, thin-snouted crocodile relatives with a fish-eating grin, and elephant seals, bulky beasts with tusk-like teeth, rising from the depths like aquatic warlords. These creatures, seen in glimpses and shadows, fused in human memory into a river monster, part guardian, part warning. The Kelpie, a shape-shifting water horse that drags humans to watery graves, haunted Scottish folklore. But the truth may be darker and sadder. Strong undercurrents in lochs, silent, invisible killers. And some believe large European eels, twisted by light and shadow, inspired these tales. Science calls it misidentification. Locals call it a warning. So what does this tell us? That myths are just dreams? Or that they're echoes, Memories passed down of creatures we once feared, hunted or ran from in the night. Because sometimes, reality leaves deeper footprints than legend ever could. And just wait till part 6. We're diving into creatures that lived after they were declared extinct. Stick around for part 6, where we explore creatures that came back after we declared them extinct, and what that means for the monsters we thought were long gone.